Hello guys, and welcome back to another For Honor Hills build video. Today we're focused on the Centurion, and the mode we're focused around is Dominion. So let's go ahead and get into the 3 perks that I choose for this mode. Going on to the first perk, where you choose Gale Storm over Devour and Early Reaper. And the reason why I choose that is because we're in Dominion. So getting executions is kind of scarce, but not too scarce. You can catch them, but not all the time. Especially in a 4v4 mode where most of the time you'll have a player on your team trying to get hits in, or you have the player on the opposite team preventing you from getting in that execution unless you're in revenge. Early Reaper, I don't really like this one only because it's the first attack and it works one time. Also, it only works the first time you respawn and or if you get revived. So the first time you respawn, let's say you don't die the whole match. That means you only benefited from this perk one time. And if you happen to punch a player or kick somebody, there goes your 30% damage. Now, Devour, again, you barely get executions. Gale Storm is going to give you 20% movement speed on top of the boost we'll have to help you get around the map and support your allies as fast as possible. Now, everybody knows Centurion is nasty to get ganked with, but he is amazing to be a team supporting player in Dominion with, so getting around to your allies who are pinging for help or helping taking over zones, etc., getting to any objective points you need to is really beneficial compared to the other perks. So Gale Storm is my first selection. Second selection, I go with Endurance, which is kind of like the middle way from the other 2 perks. You can always get the middle one, and you can only choose one of the top 3. So I choose Endurance over Early Reaper and any other one. And the reason why I choose that is because gaining stamina costs per renown level is going to help you continuously be aggressive with the Centurion, which is very important with him, because once you get a player able to deflect or block all your moves or read you, half of the time you're shit out of luck. And the Centurion barely has any openers right now, so you have to feign a lot of things half of the time or maneuver around with your move set in order to get hits in and combos in. So Endurance helps you last longer in that state. Now, Renown is based on a feat. So whenever you unlock a feat, you gain a Renown level. For instance, Second Wind is usually a Centurion's 3rd feat. Now, once he unlocks his 3rd feat or skill, Second Wind, you'll have 9% stamina cost reduction because you'll be at Renown level 3. And so forth. And this bonus from Endurance lasts the whole match. You don't have to be in a critical state of health. It doesn't have to be your first attack, etc. The last feat I go with is Headhunter for Dominion, and I choose that over Survival Instincts and Crush Them because Survival Instincts and Endurance stacked on each other, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. It's only going to work when you're in critical health. But on top of that, I mean, if you have a crazy stamina pool but you're not able to open up an opponent or you're getting ganked, Survival Instinct is going to be rendered useless. Plus, you already have stamina costs. Why do you need more? In my opinion, you're really not going to. Crush Them, again, it's another one where it determines for you to do something in order to gain a boost from your attack. And that attack could be a kick, your punch, a guard break, etc. And it's only one time. Even if you hit it on a player that you barely need to take one hit on, it probably doesn't even need the whole 30% boost to your damage, it's going to take it away. So my opinion is going with Headhunter because upon getting Endurance, you're also going to gain 4 health per hero you execute. It doesn't have to be a different hero. Once you get 4 executions done in the match, you have 16 plus to your health bar. If you only got 1, you got 4. If you got 2 executions done in the match, you got 8 to your health bar. Thus allowing you to last even longer in Dominion, holding a zone or holding a gank off until your allies come to back you up. That's the perks. Let's go ahead and get into the feat. First one, I was supposed to change it. I was experimenting with them, so we're going to go ahead and show Rush, Haymaker, Sharpened Blades, and Stalwart Banner. Now I choose Rush over Bounty Hunter and Body Count. Reason why is it's like Centurion is more, in my opinion, Dominion, a great support character. Being stuck at B and just focus on trying to kill troops, I've seen myself half of the time really making the dent in the team score and half of the time being the only one at B, and all my other teams members are getting ganked and losing the zones, and it's like, damn, I wish I had Rush on so I could go rush and help every player instead of sitting here at B using my zone, racking up points, getting my renowns, but you know, it's just not too much action. And when you're playing with Centurion, it is so fun to get into the action. Like, that's all you want to do, either losing or winning. Like, I just love playing with the Centurion, you know. So that's just what I want to share with you. That's my experience. Now, Bounty Hunter is nice, especially if you're getting ganked and you kill one player, you're getting some health. You don't have to execute him as long as you got some health and some stamina, and you can continue the assault on the other player that's trying to gank you. Half of the time, maps are not too long or too big, like Breach, so your teammates are able to back you up. Or even then, if you do happen to kill one player and you're getting ganked by two other players, in total of 3, you killed one, there's 2 left, and you're getting bashed and attacked, getting a little bit of amount of health isn't going to really stop that from preventing you from dying. Again, being able to rush to other zones, contest zones, back up your allies, in my opinion, is the way to go for this mode. Now, Haymaker over Centurion's March and Inspire, because being able, I mean, Centurion's all about punch, grabs, and guard breaks, and all the little other combos he does. So besides the cutscene that you see happen to you, if you don't have Haymaker on, the guard break and the punching and the kicking you're doing in that cutscene isn't going to deal no damage. So you might expect the player to be dead because you see everybody doing that to you, but they will not be dead if you do not have Haymaker on and active, because all the little damage you get from the guard breaking and kicking people into walls, etc., during your little cutscene combo is what's going to help you kill the player in the end after your cutscene's over. And it's just really fun to be able to like kick around, guard break, and all knowing that's doing damage at the same time. It's like, it's awesome because other players don't have that, you know. Centurion, I use it over Centurion's March because we already have endurance for stamina costs, and this is not a passive. This is only activated during the skill being active, and it kind of goes on cooldown pretty fast. Let's say you activate this. A lot of the time when I activate skills that players see me activating when they're about to rush into a battle with me, they'll end up running the other way until my feat is over with, and then they'll come and fight me, like Doom Banner, for instance. So another way that's cool is Haymaker's a passive. It's always active. You don't have to activate it. It's always on. Inspire, it would be nice if I was probably playing Breach Defense, and or if I was focused on controlling B, but because we're not, and Haymaker is a permanent damage boost rather than just only when you have Inspire activated, Haymaker, in my opinion, is the way to go. The third feat, I choose Sharpened Blades over Second Wind and Pergio or Pergio, I don't know how to pronounce it around, because if you're getting ganked, being able to switch targets and just keep hitting them with your lights here and there and making them drain, you know, damage as you're doing that, is going to help you and your teammates when they come to help you finish off the players. Second Wind is pretty cool. I mean, it's more about survivability, in my opinion. I'm trying to take out the players and anti-gank as much as I can in Dominion. And having Sharpened Blades, being able to deal damage over time to a player you're hitting and swapping out to all the players, and then maybe even after you're done switching out targets and they're just ready for you to block, do a zone and just finish them off. I mean, that's what I do sometimes, and it is just ridiculously funny, you know. Pergo is nice. I've tried using this so many times, and my problem is I can never get close enough to the enemy before it deactivates. By the time I get up to the enemy, they're already able to block, counter guard break. The only time I caught somebody is when I did the forward dash heavy attack, where you jump and he does like the tall Haymaker attack type thing that Troy did to that big guy, but even then sometimes they're able to block it. To me, it doesn't last long enough for you to catch them off guard with it. If you have a teammate near, or if you have catapult to go on with this, as soon as you activate this, throw a catapult on them. That does work. It's happened to me twice, I swear. I just don't expect it coming out of nowhere, and all of a sudden I'm running around the map and breach, and the next thing you know, I get caught with this net thing, and I hear a catapult, and I'm dead. I'm like, oh, you mother trucker, you know what I mean? So it's pretty nasty, but it really does require like practice with it, I guess. It doesn't just affect. It only affects one enemy if you get the chance to use it on that enemy, and it can miss just like the bow skills like axes when you throw them. Sharpened Blades, it's on your weapon. If you're hitting, you're applying the effect. Again, Second Wind is nice. Again, it's for survival. I think I already explained that. So yeah, we're going to go down to the fourth feat, and this is where I do use something that's required like Second Wind, which is Starlord Banner. I use this over Phalanx or Phalanx, whatever you say that shit. Grants a shield to all alive teammates, yourself included. Now, I choose Starlord Banner over that because half of the times if you activate this for your own purpose, because that's what I end up doing. Whenever I see I'm about to get ganked or we're breaking or whatever, because I know I don't need my teammates to be around me for them to get the bonus, wherever they are, they're going to get the shield. Which is awesome. It's a one-time shield. It lasts a fair amount of time, but it does go away after the skill's done being down to cooldown. It doesn't stay on you after the skill's activated and it goes away. Your shield will deplete once the skill goes into cooldown. So if you have half a shield done and the skill's about to go into cooldown and you think you can take another hit, you cannot, because once your skill goes on cooldown, your shield is gone and you're taking natural hit and your life bar is vulnerable again. It's pretty awesome. I guess it's cool in a way, but if your teammate's not alive and you use this, they're not getting a benefit. If you're using this to use for your whole team and you happen to be the only one alive, I mean, you're the only one that got the shield. It's basically made for yourself, and it doesn't last forever, you know. Versus Starlight Banner, if you guys are breaking and you're grouped up at a zone together trying to fight off the break, at least you can heal you and all your players around. It stays active, so if they're taking damage, it restores the damage they take. Instead of the shield, it's a one-time shield. They deplete the shield, it's gone forever. If your skill goes on cooldown, the shield disappears too. To me, this is the way to go over the shield for Dominion. Now, I choose it over Catapult because we all know, like I explained with the Warden video, that it takes about 5 to 6 seconds for the Catapult to land. Now, since they nerfed it, you hear a big old like horn or announcement that the Catapult is coming. I really wish that they didn't let the enemy players see the visual like area where you casted the catapult. I don't think the enemy should be able to see the radius where it's going to land. They could be able to hear that catapult coming, but they shouldn't be able to see where it's going to land. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, your allies should be able to see that to get out the way, but enemy players should not be able to see the little red indicator that the catapult is coming. I think that should be only for the team that the player is using it on. But because of this, catapult is really hard to get those anti-gank kills in, or to support a player that's getting ganked. Or throw a catapult on those players that are ganking your homies or your teammates. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say homies, but your teammates, because it's happened to me. It's crazy. It's really hard to do now since they nerfed it. So that's why I go with Starlight Banner, because in my opinion, this is more of a team role to play as far as the feats at the end, the shield, heal, or catapult. My opinion, go with the healing. That's it for the Centurion build. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. If not, hey, put a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know why. And if there's any other heroes you guys want to request or want to see, or certain mode like builds I haven't covered, because I usually cover Dominion and Breach Attack, Breach Defense. Now, if you guys want elimination and scrimmage for other characters that I've already done, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much again for taking your time to watch. I really enjoy doing this for you guys. Thank you much for your support. I appreciate it. I love the feedback. I love the views I've been getting on these videos. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.
One, two, three, four.